Hello and welcome. You're watching Don Bosco Media Network. This is Abigail bringing to you the news and events in Meghalaya. Here are the headlines for today. Non-utilization of taxes should be refunded to the consumers, say leader of opposition. Meghalaya police personnel apologizes for vandalism and Franciscan brothers donate food items to poor families. And now the news in detail. The leader of opposition of the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly, Dr. Mukul Sangma, today alleged that the taxes collected from the sale of petrol appears not to have been invested in projects that would benefit the people of the state. For the most part of the taxes seem to have been kept idle. Addressing the media, Dr. Sangma said if the taxes collected from the consumers through the sale of petrol only go to the government's exchequer, then it is only right that the taxes be refunded to the taxpayers. This would have been much beneficial to the people than for the taxes to be deposited into some account, especially at such a time as this.
Benefiting the state? Is it going to benefit the state? It's simple. We are talking about the interests of the state. We are talking about the interests of the people, the larger good of the state. And we are talking about not anything that is required to be done. We are talking about the money that has been collected from the consumers, from the people, from the citizens as tax. We have already paid this tax. And these tax must go to the government exchequer. This money which has been realized from us must be deposited into government's coffers. And if they decide otherwise, tax has to be refunded to the taxpayers. You and I, whoever has paid tax while purchasing this petrol, is it doable by the government? Can they determine who are those who have paid the tax? They cannot. Therefore, it cannot be given back to those who have paid tax. To quantify how much petrol has been bought by whom and therefore how much tax has been realized from whom is impossible. Therefore, to give it back to the actual taxpayers is completely an impractical proposition. But here we are talking about tax realized from you and me as per the mandate of the law, and not depositing that tax to the government coffers.
Dr. Mukul also said that Meghalaya is facing numerous challenges, but the state government is turning a blind eye because its focus is somewhere else. Talking to the media, Dr. Sangma said the people of the state who are living along the interstate border between Meghalaya and Assam are facing numerous problems and the state government should attend to them. He also said the border issues has been there for a long time and the state government should not shirk its responsibility to solve it.
Today what we discuss is pertaining to, here again, the whole lack of commitment and responsibility to defend the interests of the state, to defend the integrity of the interstate border of the Assam-Meghalaya border. Today we were discussing, it came up in our discussion as one of the agenda, where the complete indifference of the government and complete dereliction of the sense of responsibility as an elected government pertaining to its responsibility to protect the integrity of the interstate border of the state. They don't even talk. They don't even try to find out when petitions after petitions, representations after representations are submitted to the government to take cognizance of those areas where problems are there, where government has to promptly attend to and somehow ensure that the process of any encroachment doesn't go on. But this government, I have not seen any government in the past from the creation of the state who have not responded to this kind of very important responsibility vested upon the government. Where have their priorities gone? Is it not an area of priority? Is it not something which has been part and parcel of the promises that has been made by the political parties who are in the government? in their respective manifestos during election. Is it not included in the manifesto of these political parties? Has it not been an issue which has been there before us all along? Contentious issues which has evaded solution, but it required addressing every areas of concern pertaining to the areas of difference in as far as the interstate border.
Dr. Mukul Sangma also informed the media that he is having concrete evidence of the illegal mining activities that is taking place in the state. He cited an example in which he has taken the photographs of the coal-laden truck to be exported elsewhere from Gazbapara Land Customs Station,
including the Honorable Lok Ayukta. Now, I have got some inputs after the issue was taken up by the Lok Ayukta. I have asked my legal team to get it further examined and further proceed on this problem. And I'm telling you that the circumstantial evidences are so much that it will not be difficult to prove beyond reasonable doubt the complete, uncontrolled continuity of illegal mining and illegal activities which revolves around illegal mining of coal. When there is an illegal mining, there are many other illegal activities which are resorted to. Like I'm saying, that somebody has to find out how to take out the coal from the area of mine. Where do they take it out? Is there a buyer in Meghalaya? Except few industries, except the cement industries and few other factories which consume coal for their captive requirement. It goes outside the state, across the international border or across the international state. So therefore, the dimension of illegalities involved in this illegal mining goes beyond the boundaries of the state. That is the reason why it is, by common sense, beyond the purview of the state agencies to engage in any kind of investigation and find the truth.
Dr. Sangma strongly criticized the state government for its inability to control the price rise in the state. Dr. Sangma said the sudden rise of prices of commodities has badly affected the poor people in the state.
Is it incumbent upon the government, the authorities under the government, to take cognizance of this and protect the interests of the consumers, protect the interests of the people? There is a Consumer Protection Act. Plus, there is a complete, unwritten moral and social responsibility of every government of the day to protect the interests of the larger, or rather to protect the larger interests of the people. You have to look at the menace of this kind of unregulated, unchecked price rise, affecting common men, affecting the poorest of the poor families of the society. It is morally, socially also responsibility of the people in office.
So are you ready?
Don't they promise many good things in a democracy when we seek the mandate? We all do.
So are you ready to act on behalf of the people of the state?
It is a responsibility of the government to take cognizance of what we are saying now. As a responsible government, they must take cognizance of this concern. We are not saying this for nothing. We are saying this so that at least government will realize their failure to take cognizance of these responsibilities that is vested upon them to protect the larger good of the people.
Today, the 19th June 2021, in a meeting of the opposition party led by the opposition leader Dr. Mukul Sangma, few agendas were discussed, one of which is the spread of coronavirus in the state. It was reported that the coronavirus is spreading like wildfire in rural areas, and if stringent measures to curb the spread of the virus are not taken, it might be too late later on.
19 pandemic related issue. The concern about whatever grievances are being received from the general population, and the concern about inputs which suggest that cases are rising in the rural areas, and the quantum of tests against the reported cases of suspected COVID-19 infections in the rural areas are being seen as inadequate. In absence of adequate testing, we will end up in not being able to identify as to where the virus is hiding. And therefore, the testing becomes crucial. In fact, it is one of the weapons in containing the virus from spreading. Therefore, the CLP observed with concern this particular challenge, and where the government needs to ramp up its capability across the state in respect of ensuring adequate testing proportionate to the inputs that is being received by concerned district authorities. Now, we all know that across the state we have infrastructures, we have the network through the CNRD blocks, through the public health centers, through the sub centers, and many other resources which is available under the command of the government. They must be effectively put to use in this regard and get all the necessary inputs so that they are able to respond appropriately. In absence of appropriate inputs, it is only natural that our attention will definitely be not drawn to those areas of concern. Therefore, the government needs to ramp up all the necessary measures that have been put in place. In other words, the measures that have been put in place are not considered adequate. Therefore, it must be ramped up.
The brothers of the religious congregation St. Francis, the Assisi of Maulai Canton Masar in Shillong today distributed food items to 100 families of the students belonging to St. Francis, the Assisi High Secondary School. These food items were handed over to these families by Brother Anand, Brother Macorius and the lady Cornelius Pasar. The food items were donated by the St. Francis, the Assisi congregation to relieve these poor families who have been badly affected by COVID-19 pandemic coupled with long lockdown imposed by the state government.
Ketika TV dan radio para piyosyo sapang kanyang kajimpak mo corona. Kani gamde tengka Meghalaya. Baro purte kawe. India para kapotika Assam, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Orissa, kiwi ke jaka baro. Kiburi ke yo kane kajimpang. Ia kane kajimpang kalong awe ka rukam kila don kabubun ilayon amarba kim sumar halede. Kis ngo sting pala nagata kadao pat kawe nagata pat kalong bun ke bara kiburi ke bramdon kam. Karkhana factory ke to ke baro lakhak. Paisa tinggar bamdon. Ban khir ke tiar ke tar bara gamdon. Karena pilih sedukan lakang, kurta bun kan kacing setong kur mar hakan eka pertai benta. Te kurkam baniara pi kini ke pralog pralong ku bajinjar, ini ke superior jongi na Bombay, kila sungai William. Kan baban kersan ban yara pi itu ke badon ke bapang kacing jinjar, kacing kerdo. Te nakalian jo ke berdaro kila yara ini iba mo. Yuru ladon kata kami siam bars ngiulam na kata kadau mau yuru don lag brother la persangken bukat bala bani arab ya gitu don kita citam te minta kasing ide ban ai ngo yu blekan rat namar bau la ai lad yangi bandon ban sam ya kene kacing jidon kap te arta tu ide ban dua yu blekan rat ban pelai no yangi ne kana kacimpa teng kabam kadi kita bambiang tambah la katarung ide on kam kan dua yu blei to beli dah kacing isne jongo padu ini wan pelai yang ingin kacing jar kacing setang kacing kulo marga bapa. Tengok paralog ngide berdon kata ka men siam ban pinmia kata ka kajing ai ngoyo ble bani ko na marbada kajing isne jongo pat ngiyo ladi ya gane ke baro te ayo brother ya ko ble ba ya pi baro ila don lang pada ulam bari ni baro kum tata ka modi ngide ban persang kat bala ban ya rapi be pat kat bala ken mon na kata pat kan baro ngidon kajing ya kajing sitap te na kata kata ngide ban singo tu mangale ne ma pi la ni ke kat bala kita ke badon kita ban siulam bain ailem taka mutiki maki baro kila bandon ya kata kabam kadi ke baro arta dulu kami pat kalong ko beli bat sumar halade sumar khoi kajumpang galala na marbang im sumar halade kikun kikti baro kede ban sumar ngide ban persangkat bala ban jingai halade naga jinglo paralo te ladang ile ya kata taka muti ko beli taka jingiste jongo ya se pel ai no yang ibaro naga kajumpang te dua ilem no baro paralok naga bauti ki uble wot kor ko yangi ya fi baro ki kun ki jog ki baro kana ba kane ka jing pang pat uble ta ka jing isne jongo pelai no yangi karo to ko ble sipon pelawan bo so
The Indian Navy has been once again pressed into service to rescue 5 trapped miners in a cave that is over 400 feet below the Earth's surface. The 12-member team equipped state-of-the-art diving tools such as the diver handheld navigation system for bottom mapping of the mine shaft and specially trained divers for deep underwater rescue operation are having to battle the challenges of almost negative temperatures, complicated interconnecting labyrinth at various levels, low visibility and presence of unmapped shaft construction. While the naval team of divers are meticulously and arduously working below the surface to locate the trapped miners, overground a team of over 50 personnel from the National Disaster Response Force, State Disaster Response Force, District Disaster Response Force, Fire and Emergency Service and the police have been deployed at the site to supervise and assist in the search and rescue mission. With incessant rains adding to the challenges already faced by the team, the mission has now been pushed to the 6th day. The search is on to bring back home all of the miners trapped in the shafts below. So far, the body of one of the miners have been recovered, raising hopes that the other 4 will be found too. It may be noted here that this is the second rescue mission that the Indian Navy is being called in to assist in the rescue of trapped miners. In December 2018, the Navy helped in the efforts to rescue 15 trapped miners in Ksant, Meghalaya.
It is a little different and just very steep, like 500 feet below, and then water, you have 100 feet, more than 110 meters of water. It is, and the space is very, very restricted, very narrow. It's not that it's an easy operation, not an easy rescue operation, but it is commendable work done by the Navy that in spite of all the constraints, they have been able to retrieve one of the bodies, and they are continuing on with the effort, and I should really appreciate them. They have not rested even a single day. They have really come to the rescue operation right from morning and without using all efforts, using all the equipment that they have. I thank the Ministry of Defense for sending the Navy team under the leadership of Manu Mishra and his team. I appreciate them and wish them good luck in the coming days to come. Thank you.
Meghalaya police personnel today compensated for his act of vandalism to one of the street vendors in West Garo Hills district. While passing through these vendors in a local market, the policeman talked to the woman vendor and suddenly threw away all her vegetables to the ground. The police were immediately informed and swung into action to prevent the unbecoming behavior of the police personnel. The erring police personnel later apologized for his action and also compensated all the loss to the hawker. So viewers, with that we have come to the end of today's edition. Till we meet again, thank you for joining us.